If unemployment is not an issue, why are there so many job applicants? I have 7 years of work experience. Looking for a job for 4 months now. No interviews, nada. My most recent job was with a Fortune 500. The jobs I apply for have anywhere between 400 plus applicants. I applied for a job which was posted a week ago. According to LinkedIn, that one job posting has 10,401 applicants as of today. What does this mean? Where is this going? Edit. For more context, I am a talent acquisition professional. I have been doing this for close to a decade. Never seen a situation like this. I have hired via LinkedIn. Been hired via LinkedIn. Honestly making me depressed in the job search. It's tough out there. I have noticed it myself. Legal. Since the pandemic, I've been getting like 2-3 recruiters a day calling me to entice me to switch. Now 1-2 a week. And the other day I got my first reach out for someone trying to place a candidate. Haven't gotten one of those since spring 2020 in peak early pandemic panic. I did also notice that during the last 3 years, it seemed like everyone became either a realtor or talent acquisition professional. Cold sweat smile. Does anyone actually get a job via LinkedIn? I've always seen jobs there, but they always have hundreds of applicants. I've never even thought to bother. Usually, I try to make a list of companies I'd like to work for and then check their website for a job I might be qualified for. If I find a fit, I apply directly. Almost always get an interview that way. I mean, no offense, but that job is saturate road to the bone. In my field, we're lucky if we get 2-3 applicants. Recruiting, especially for ITCS jobs, is a bloodbath right now. Most of the recruiters I know have vanished in the past year or so. Coincidentally, I got recruiter calls like 10x a week 1-2 years ago. Now I get nearly nothing. Like 1 call a month. Usually from someone who doesn't realize I moved out of their area years ago. Most of the job openings are low paying. Retail or CS jobs. It would be more valuable to see job opens in categories of what they pay. Far more useful metric. Inflation caused cost of living to outpace income growth. Everyone is looking to make up the difference by job hopping. Hiring is down at big firms because Wall Street isn't feeling very bullish and there's only one earning call left this year. Edit. Also, you should remember the end 2015 and 2018. It feels a lot like that to me. My BFF said she used to get 10-20 applications for customer service role for a city. This week she posted a new opening and has already received 162 applications. The majority of them are mortgage brokers. So the unemployment numbers aren't counting the realtors, MTG brokers. Companies aren't hiring. Why would they need more talent acquisition specialists? That's literally a position that's employed to find additional employees. Hope you find something. Every company is letting go their talent acquisition. There's thousands of TA recruiters out there looking for the same roles you are. Honestly, probably easier to pivot if you can to something else. I've seen multiple tush on my feed that still can't find a role 10 months after being let go. Too many tush for the amount of roles that's currently out there, and Google just let a few hundred tush go 2 days ago. As you may already know, first thing that companies do when they're in a hiring freeze are to lay off TA people and just work with a skeleton crew. So I think for you to not find work for a while now means companies are not hiring in high volume to justify hiring another TA person. If something does opens up, then everyone who is looking for a job applies. What job are you applying for that is receiving 10,000 applicants? I'm assuming it's a remote job in tech. Just keep in mind the 410,000 applicants are just people that click the posting. They can't Track who actually applies, assuming this is LinkedIn or similar. Maybe because your profession is oversaturated and, dare I say, unnecessary. I swear people explain their jobs and it sounds like a single task a secretary with a GED can do on Wednesday afternoons. It means that there is a major recession coming and they know it. Adapt and overcome. The jobs and employment figures from the BLS are fiction, pure fiction. K-shaped recovery. Lots of people want professional working class type jobs, but they are limited. Unemployment is low. It's people who work bad jobs who want better ones because they want to better their situation. If you're basing applicants off what LinkedIn says, I wouldn't. For a lot of reasons. It all unfolds in layers. This is just the beginning. The unnecessary extra jobs are trimmed first. In a prosperous economy, those jobs tend to make a killing though. Economy is slowing down. Talent acquisition jobs are the first to go when a company stops growing or starts downsizing. We haven't had a major, prolonged slowdown in more than a decade, so that would explain why you aren't familiar with this. Companies can't get cheap credit right now due to interest rates, so businesses aren't looking to expand their operations. Probably time to retrain or at least start looking in a different field if you've been looking for 4 months and haven't even gotten an interview. The government is lying to you. The numbers are extremely cooked. Every economic indicator gets revised worse. The Gov comes out and says awesome jobs report. 2 months later it's revised down to be a catastrophic miss. You can get a $20 hour job doing fast food or picking up a box now and 5.56 on cash like short-term bonds. A lot of demand was moved forward. I also know several semi-friends from old jobs who have been looking in engineering and sales and HR from January-May. They can't get anything. A lot of people are going to need to get pay cuts. I mean, even at the lowest point in the unemployment rate, I was getting hundreds of applications a day for a $18 hour in-person graphic design and marketing position in a HCOL area. Sure, some of the resumes were BS, but many were really legit. I felt bad for these skilled workers willing to accept McDonald's pay. Unemployment only counts people currently collecting unemployment. If you were fired and can't find a job, you aren't unemployed. Carpenter here. Work is insane for anyone with a pulse in SoCal. It's your profession, not the market. Not trying to sound harsh, but if you have 7 years of experience and are good at your job, how do you not have any contacts that can hook you up? Most jobs are given to an insider or friend of a friend. Applying to jobs blind is nearly useless. The talent accusation is not a popular role anymore now that companies have found their talent easy. Money is no longer a thing. Great post the job market is not as strong as the headlines suggest, been true for many months. Hence the wave of downward revisions to monthly job numbers from the BLS. The government data cannot be trusted. I wish you well. Talent acquisition jobs have been hit hard in the past year or so. First area to get laid off since companies don't plan to fill other positions. Plus, a lot of people without HR talent acquisition experience apply because they believe it's easy to do. And anyone can do it. If you're involved in medical recruiting, then these positions are upswinging compensation, and recruiters aren't loyal to one company. They shouldn't be either. Also, if you're a medical recruiter, get fucked. If you're something else entirely, I wish you the best and I'd help in any way I could. People are taking on more jobs, more hours, better paying jobs because their purchasing power has diminished so much and welfare has hardly changed at all. Maybe the company that fabricates foreclosed signs is hiring?